Hello and welcome to the 7 Deadly Digital Delusions. My name is Doyle Buehler and I'm going to be telling you a little story today about, as a matter of fact, the 7 Deadly Digital Delusions that are preventing you from building your online empire. So sit back, listen, and we're going to cover some really cool stuff coming up about you and your business online. So what is it about the 7 Deadly Digital Delusions? Well, the recent times have been a huge adventure. I've been trying to understand exactly what is happening in the online industry. Why does success online seem so far and few? Where is the so-called promised land of fame and fortune online? What was actually happening to entrepreneurs online? I found that there were a lot of spinning wheels with not a lot of traction or results happening for most businesses. Everything was inconsistent to what the big boys and the big media agencies were saying. This got me to thinking that perhaps we didn't even realize that there was a problem, or that there may have been a problem, but all that you need to do was keep going in the same directions, or just throw more money at it. It seemed like a strategy that was doomed to fail from the start. This wasn't working. Businesses were still struggling to get sales, leads, engagement. It wasn't a pretty picture at all. The problem was that the businesses could not believe nor understand why things were not working properly, or why they weren't working as well as they were told. Now, the only thing that the big boys would do is spend more and more on advertising, something that I knew and know that a smaller business or entrepreneur just could not do. This would not work for the rest of us. We needed to be smarter than just throwing more cash at it. And I found that many businesses did not actually realize what pieces were missing and how critical it was to understanding what they needed to do and how. And most importantly, how an ad agency was designed just to make profits off of the client without any substantial outputs. It really was about mass panic, confusion. What I saw was that many entrepreneurs were feeling the same things. They were not getting the traction that they needed to create a working business. Their time was being wasted into nothingness and something was not working. These were all part of what is now known as the digital delusions. We were being misled and misinformed. Entrepreneurs were really feeling stuck. Now, there is good news in that there is a diagnosis, okay? You are not going mad either, as everyone else is doing it as well. But then again, the unfortunate aspect is that many businesses simply don't know what they don't know. And this is where this book will help. Now, I'm not here to make it complex or to tell you that I have the one and only magic pill. I'm going to tell you that by better understanding the problem, however, you will be able to overcome these digital delusions. I'm going to tell you that you can do this, but you need the right tools to get the job done. You need a framework that is complete and robust that works under all conditions. And this is where we will go. So, what exactly is happening in your online businesses? Well, many business leaders and entrepreneurs experience a wide range of feelings and emotions when trying to grow their business online. It is what everyone faces, not just yourself. Okay, what were some of these feelings? Well, overwhelmed, misinformed, confused, stagnation, dead leads, stalled profits, misled, clarity, losing money, no engagement, irrelevant. A lot of different factors were playing out there. So this came to 7 mistakes that businesses make online. Now, while most businesses make a successful move online, there are a number of core mistakes most businesses make when working online. And we've highlighted them here. Number 1, not knowing what social channels to use and when. Not understanding how to use social media and the online market space. Number 2, forgetting to follow a specific process for moving online or developing an online presence and influence. Number 3, thinking that their audience online actually cares about who they are or what they do and will quickly engage and respond to what they have to say. Number 4, not having a proper step-by-step plan to telling people about themselves and their company online. Number 5, not knowing what tools are easily available to make the process substantially easier. Number 6, thinking that everyone already knows about their company and that their information is relevant to their audience. And number 7, being reactive and unable to provide a clear focus, strategy, and direction to building their online influence. So I'll ask you, which mistake is most relevant to you? Now, there is a problem, and that is there is a lot to consider when building a profitable business online. And confusion really starts from the fact that there are so many different elements of online that you need to address as an entrepreneur. How can you manage everything? We've got dashboards, metrics, and return on investment. We've got analytics, social media, mobile, website, search engine optimization, sales funnel, EDM and emails, gifts and downloads, paid search advertising, video, visuals and images, strategy plan, training, content creation, branding, and around we go. There's a lot to consider when building and growing your business online. So what is the essence of your business online? Well, business leaders know that they need a combination of the 3 digital elements that are the foundation of a complete and effective digital strategy. And these 3 are knowledge, strategy, awareness, and relevance. And if you're able to combine these 3 aspects of your online business, you will get to the spot that we call the online empire sweet spot. Okay. And this is a place where your business will become much more effective. You'll be able to engage with your audience. You'll be able to increase sales. You'll be able to do everything with your business that you've dreamed about. What every business leader needs to know, how do I leverage my business effectively to overcome the clutter of online information, the overwhelming technology, and the social media hype, so that I can increase sales, promote loyalty, and build a successful online presence with my business? That's the fundamental question. What are you able to grow your business online, and how exactly do you leverage what you have? So what exactly is the digital delusion? Well, it's the overriding belief that what you're doing is correct and working, and that if you just continue a little bit longer, you will see results. Now, the base of these problems is from the specific patterns or behaviors and knowledge that are incongruent with what is actually going on. The digital delusions highlight these challenges, attitudes, behaviors, pains, and problems that we all are encountering as we try to grow our businesses online. So, how will you actually make a change and move from being irrelevant to the leader of your industry? Well, first we need to understand the 7 deadly digital delusions. Deadly digital delusion number 1, gurus speak in buzzwords, get results. Now, the reality is you would be surprised about how much you know that actually affects what you do and can do online. Online strategies come down to the essence of your business, which can be conveyed better by the business leader. It needs to be a close part of what you do every day and needs to be integrated into everything that you do. There is also a significant amount of misinformation that is being passed around at any particular time. How do you overcome the delusion? Well, every business leader's business is different. While there are principles of online work that are similar in structure, your business is unique, and the approach that you need to take in developing a strategy is quite unique. You need to be able to combine the essence of your business with an online methodology that takes into account your business. Simply telling someone what to do is really only half the solution. You wouldn't necessarily buy half a car or buy a house without opening the door and looking into it, right? While gurus and experts are important to helping you define the basic online activity side of your strategy, understanding how your business runs is something that can only happen with a proper understanding of it. Be accountable. This is how you can develop a strategy that works specifically with your business. So what can you do now? Well, become the expert in your own business. Become accountable. Develop your own unique strategy that works for your business. And cut out the clutter. Reduce the number of feeds, emails that you subscribe to. Go on a digital detox to focus on your own business. We want you to become the expert. Know your business first. Deadly digital delusion number 2. Social media and Facebook are strategies. The reality is, well, social media is a tool, and Facebook is a tool as well. You need to be able to organize yourself appropriately and use the tools and resources at your disposal. Everything needs to be combined together with all of the other aspects of an online presence. So how do you overcome the delusion? Well, think of social media as being part of your online business toolkit. You need a lot of different tools to actually build a house, correct? Well, online is no different. You need to know what tool to use and when. You don't use a hammer for cutting boards to size, so likewise you should not use one tool to build your entire online business. There are so many different tools available that you need to be able to understand which tool best fit your business. Are you a B2B or B2C? Do you deal with fun type of content, or do you work better with factual engineering-based information? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself. So what can you do now to overcome the delusion? Well, research what channels best fit for your audience, no one else's. Profile your perfect customer and action it. Take a look at what other social channels will work best with your business. Just because everybody is using something doesn't mean it's the right solution for you. Okay? Pick the correct tools for your own toolbox. All right, deadly digital delusion number 3. Online works in isolation. Now, the reality is you need to combine all the different online avenues and channels for you together, such as advertising and social media and search engine optimization. If you have an existing physical location, you also need to consider how to transition customers from your physical store or office locations towards your online activities. How do you overcome the delusion? Well, all of the components of good online best practices need to be utilized together. Regardless of what type of business you are in, you need to have a sound strategy, a clear content plan, search engine optimization that works, a sales or action funnel, social media, video, photographs, advertising. When planning and implementing, ensure that you follow a specific framework that allows you to capture all of the various steps and activities along the way. What you can do now? Well, define all the online elements that you're currently using. Ensure that they are all working together. Identify what elements of the online industry wheel you are missing. And add the gaps to your strategy and create a plan to implement them all together. Integrate all of your online elements to dominate your digital domain. Which leads us now to deadly digital delusion number 4. Advertising is dead and ineffective online. Well, the reality is advertising is a sound strategy for creating brand awareness as well as sales and leads. Without advertising of some form, whether it is through Google AdWords, mobile advertising, or social network ads or posts, it is a very effective way to increase your audience and sales. Online advertising needs to be done with specific criteria, however, and needs to be guided and managed properly, or it can definitely be quite pointless and expensive for a lot of businesses. Now, most small businesses need to allocate an appropriate amount to advertising to their business activities on a regular basis. That being said, not all forms of advertising are equal, especially from the perspective of aligning with your own business strategy. How do you overcome the delusion? Well, today you can actually develop and use highly targeted campaigns to your audience. Whether they are on Facebook or LinkedIn or just searching the web, you can usually find your specific audience. Develop campaigns that are highly focused on your target market. Utilize additional incentives such as contests and sweepstakes. You need to be smart, however, and create a campaign that truly matches what you want your customer's audience to connect with. Test your campaigns and then adjust them as needed. There are also a lot of different things that can be developed for you to do. So what can you do now? Well, what are your brand goals? Traffic, sales, or branding? Build out your strategy based on these specific criteria. Identify the process that visitors will go through when they click on an ad. Will they easily get to where you want them to go? Are you ready for the follow-up? Identify all of the specific details and habits of your perfect customer so you can target them specifically. Advertise only with a clear structure, purpose, and a target audience. Don't waste your money otherwise. And deadly digital delusion number 5 is, I don't need a sales funnel for a return on investment. Sales will come in time. Well, the reality is sales funnels do not necessarily imply only for specific value or sales. A sales funnel is necessary in order to guide your audience to a conclusion or a specific action. This action can be as simple as the download of an ebook or the completion of a form, but something needs to be in place. Sales cycles can be short or long, and it is critical that you capture your audience all throughout your specific sales or activity cycle. So how do you overcome the delusion? Well, if you operate a commerce-based site, then obviously the final action is a purchase. If you're running something less tangible, you also need to consider how to capture your audience. Even if your final action is just to inform, your site needs to be able to capture this step with such things as a download, a gift, an email, entry into a contest, or something similar. When you are formulating your strategy, ensure that you understand this process and are able to add goals along the way. So what can you do now? Well, set up your analytics package to include specific goals and other actions. Always ensure that there is some takeaway with your audience at some point in the sales cycle. And utilize links towards your ultimate goal throughout all sales cycles, all channels, and all of your online and offline activities. You need to drive traffic with your sales funnel. Guide your customer along their adventure with you to create engagement. And deadly digital delusion number 6. Online is easy. Just write about a good story. Well, the reality, online takes significant work and dedication, yet oftentimes businesses do not apply all of the necessary resources that can be used to make it work. It doesn't happen on its own. Your story is important, but it also is the implementation that makes the biggest difference. It also takes work and it takes resources that you need to do yourself or assign the activities. It takes commitment as the business leader. How do you overcome the delusion? Well, while you do need to tell your story, you also actually need to do it. Many businesses talk about blogging, yet never actually do it. You need to have a clear schedule that allows you to prioritize all of your content, ideas, and topics. Then you need to get down to business and actually do it. Consider activities such as blogging as to the core of your business, not an extra. If you don't do it, your business will fail. It is as important as having salespeople on the floor of your traditional store. You also need to ensure that you complement all of your online activity together, including press releases, cross-promoting your feeds, all within the ultimate goal of building your community online. Also consider the use of press releases, not just to get your story out there, but also to allow others to find and connect with you. What you can do now? Well, promote yourself and your business on all of your channels. Don't be afraid. Create relevance and consistency by writing and talking about the important things about you and your business. Create a schedule that you stick to for posts, blogs, videos, sharing, etc. And invest 25% of your time into building and advancing your online footprint, your entire digital domain. So invest the time to become relevant to your audience. All right, and the last deadly digital delusion number 7, customers will always be able to find me, or build it and they will come. And the reality is instant traffic generators do not exist. Okay, well, you can just run some ads to build traffic, as a lot of the advertisements you probably click on have shown you. You also have to have a very sound foundation to be able to manage and actually utilize the online advertising that you do use. Further, while Google and the other search engines will eventually find you, this will take some time and some effort on your part. Similar to online being easy, there is a significant amount of involvement and engagement that must happen for you to build your audience and community. Building a website or putting together a Facebook fan page will not generate traffic into your sales funnel unless you take an active role in it. How do you overcome the delusion? Well, when you're planning, building, and executing your website, ensure that you build into your framework a follow-on plan that allows you to engage on all levels. You also need to be constantly supplying your website and all of your social channels with progressive, engaging, interactive content on all levels. Look at your sales funnel and find out where the attraction points are. Then isolate these with your specific content and channel strategies. Consider how you look at SEO, search engine optimization, from a holistic perspective. You do need to understand the basics of what is important here and how these will actually be able to help your site. What can you do now? Well, build out your digital domain with webinars, videos, visuals, seminars, free gifts, free downloads, that kind of thing. Create excitement with product launches, new branding, weekly events, and activities that you grow from time to time. Interact with your entire audience, not just a select few. So build, utilize, and implement a sound framework that is about your business. So where do you stand with your business? What you need to do is take the online success criteria quiz. And there are 7 questions, and quickly go through them. So finding your online baseline for online success. Question number 1. I have a detailed strategy that covers all business possibilities. Give yourself 0 points for do not do, 1 point for unsure it is working, 2 points for think I've got it, and 3 points for awesome. The question again, I have a detailed strategy that covers all business possibilities. Number 2, I know what I'm going to talk about online and when I'm going to say it. So give yourself 0 points, 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points. Question number 3, I always have an engaged audience online. 0 points, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. I always have an engaged audience online. Number 4, I'm always relevant with my audience. Again, give it a score, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am always relevant with my audience. Number 5, my customers are always loyal to my business and my offers. Score that 0, 1, 2, 3, and 3 rather. My customers are always loyal to my business and my offers. Question number 6, I have a consistent and continual source of quality leads and sales from my audience. 0 points, 1, 2, or 3. That question again, I have a consistent and continual source of quality leads and sales from my audience. And number 7, my audience and prospects can easily find me online and before my competitors. So it's that 0 point, 1 point, 2 point, or 3 points. So quickly tally that score up and compare it to the awesome scale. How awesome are you in your business? Well, are you still a bit delusional? Take a look at the scale. If you scored 0, you're definitely delusional. If you scored 21, well, guess what? You're pretty awesome. So we can all use a little bit of help now and again. What is your score? What can you do to improve? What do you need to do next? More importantly, what are you going to do to move your business to be the leader in your industry? All right, so how can I make online work for my business? How do I become the master of my digital domain, the industry leader in my business? Well, first step, understand the digital delusions so that you can overcome them. Follow the action plans listed for each of them. Step number 2 is utilize a clear framework or methodology that actually is systematic and allows you to decipher things in a clear, step-by-step manner. This is where we will go. Build your business around a sound, solid framework. Through step 1, discovery and strategy. Step 2, developing content planning. Step number 3 is social and sharing. Step number 4 is creating video content and visuals. Step number 5 is website alignment. Step number 6 is online lead generation and sales funnel. And then the last step is number 7, advertising, analytics, and dashboards. If you follow in that process, you will become the leader in your industry. So we've got the Digital Delusion Manifesto, our call to arms for digital marketing and entrepreneurs. No one knows my business better than myself. I refuse to be misled by the industry. I'm taking charge of my own business in my own industry. I will concentrate on what is important and disregard the misinformation that is prevalent. I will become the leader in my industry. I will surpass my competitors. I will no longer be deluded by what others say and cause me to think. I will become the master of my own digital domain. I will build my online empire. I will take control of my own business online. What to do next? How to become awesome online with your business? Well, step number 1, join the Digital Delusion full book launch at digitaldelusion.info. Number 2, sign up for the next Digital Delusion free webinars at thedigitaldelusion.com/webinars. And if you'd like a free copy of if you'd like the free paperback copy of the full book, The Digital Delusion, just email me at doyle@thedigitaldelusion.com. That's doyle@thedigitaldelusion.com. So what exactly is the Digital Delusion? Well, it's an anti-agency. It is a way of doing business. It is a new way of thinking and implementing for businesses wanting to become leaders in their industry. We are creating a new awareness and understanding of what is needed to succeed online. It is about mastering the digital domain and creating clarity and confidence online for your business. It is about helping entrepreneurs and business leaders cut through the clutter and confusion of being online to become remarkable. It's about time. Thank you very much. I'm Doyle Buehler, and we will see you online.